now you're good to go. Let's go. Okay, so good evening everybody. My name is Timoté Geimer. For the one that don't know it yet, I'm manager at Talentsquare. So Talentsquare is an applicant tracking system. So it means that I'm more the HR technology side, and I'm involved in partnership, business development, and the development of the product itself. Today I'm here to talk about LinkedIn, trying to give you 5 tips to develop your personal brand on LinkedIn. But before going deeper in the conversation, I propose you 2 choices. Or we do 8 minutes of Q&A to talk about LinkedIn, personal development, etc. Maybe employer brand if you want. Or we go for the presentation that I have to do. So I propose just you to raise your hand. In both cases, if you are good and if you are quite attentive, I will do a quick quiz, and you can win some goodies that I brought, that LinkedIn brought directly for you for this presentation. So, who wants a Q&A? You can just raise your hand, and I will check if we have a majority here. To stress, no question yet. Fine. Let's go for the presentation. What I propose you to do quickly here is to first give you some facts and information about LinkedIn, so you have the big picture, and then I will move for the 5 tips that I'll propose you and I would recommend you to use to develop your brand. And finally, I would go for a summary, the question that I will ask you first, and maybe if you have some question, I can answer if you have time. So, the few facts. It's important to keep in mind that LinkedIn is a professional social network. So keep that well in mind during the whole presentation. So it's everything related to your work, to your experience, but it's still a social network. It's important not to forget that when you connect there. So 300 million members over the world, 2.1 million groups that have been created on LinkedIn so far, 1 billion competencies have been endorsed, and we have 2 new members every second. For Belgium specifically, you have 20% of the population that is represented, which is equal to 2.2 million members in Belgium. So now, 5 tips. Here I try to summarize. 8 minutes is quite short, so there is 5 elements that I want you to keep in mind when you connect and if you want to develop your personal brand on LinkedIn. The first one is to build an appealing profile. The second one is connect with others. The third one, follow activities, and then engage conversation, and obviously start again. So the first one, we already talked about during one of the sessions here, so I will not go through all the points, and it would be too long, let's say. But we have already 10 checkpoints that you can check. The important things here to keep in mind is keywords. If you want to be seen, and if you want your profile to appear in search, etc., you have really to be careful about the word that you choose to present yourself. Try to vary the keywords. For example, if you are front-end developers, you probably want to talk about front-end development, web development, but also talk about the technologies that you are using, etc., because people, when they search on LinkedIn, they search by keywords. So if you want to pop up on the top of the list, you have to use those keywords. So the idea is really to keep in mind that you have to show the best of yourself. Second thing is connect with others. We already discussed also a bit about that, saying, should I accept someone on LinkedIn? Should I invite someone? Who should I invite? The idea is you really have to keep in mind that it's a social network. So every social relation starts by a connection. Here on the digital is inviting someone or accepting an invitation. Now, when you receive an invitation, it's always important to keep in mind not only to ask yourself, is this person really valuable for you and for your network, but also, are you valuable for this person? Because someone that likes you and likes what you share or is interested in your profile will probably like your comments, share your articles that you are sharing, and then you will increase your range and increase your impact on LinkedIn. The third thing is following the activities. I don't know if you noticed that, but recently, let's say during the past 5-6 months now, you are receiving much more information about work anniversary, birthday, people that are changing their job, all those information are incentive. They invite you to come back to LinkedIn to wish a happy work anniversary, wish a happy birthday, and you should do it because you should take every activity as an opportunity to engage conversation and connect again with all the persons that are in your network. The fourth one is engage conversation. Now we go a step further, and you have to share your experience, your expertise. I'm sure that you read interesting articles. I'm sure that you find interesting articles on LinkedIn. So here, keep in mind that it's really great if you can share those articles with your network, but also in groups to reach people that are like-minded, and also give your opinion. Like the articles that you appreciate, share them, etc. So you engage your community. People will appreciate that, and you will appreciate when they will do it for you. The fifth one, it's always keep in mind that you can do really amazing things in only 5 minutes. 5 minutes today on LinkedIn, you can already invite people that are interesting for your network, accept invitation from others, and also send them always a welcome message to introduce you and to engage a conversation. This is a few bonus. I will just check if I have time enough. No, it's dead. So now the quick challenge. What were the 5 tips that I gave to you? That's a bit annoying. Sorry?
Your profile.
Yes.
Profile is the list.
Okay. So for the activity, so you have the first choice between the bag and a cup. The cup, that's a good choice. So you have the second one. Huh? So you have the choice between pens, things to store your business cards, and the bag. The bag?
No, pen.
The pen? Okay. 3 remaining. What were they?
Engage.
Sorry?
Use keywords.
That's a subtopic. So
Engage conversation.
engage conversation. Good. Which one do you want? Back?
The pen.
I must tell you that it's a consultant from LinkedIn Dublin who brought all those stuff, especially for this presentation. So at least I will give you her name so you can thank her for the trip and the thing that I had to carry during all your trip. So one remaining. Which was it?
Start again.
So we start again. Engage conversation, but the third one was follow.
Activity.
Ah, good! I knew that you were listening.